Back in 2001, I was $100,000 in credit card debt. It sounds so awful to say, but it's the truth. And I got into debt really by being a classic overspender. Fortunately, I was able to pay it all off in 3 years. I'm often asked by people, how can I get out of debt? And I always tell them the speed with which you'll get out of debt really depends upon how many strategies you're prepared to do simultaneously. I did things like negotiating with my creditors. So I didn't negotiate away the dollar amount of the debt that I owed, but I certainly negotiated the interest rates on every single credit card. One thing I tell people now is that the banks don't want to lose your business if you're a good paying customer and if you're paying interest, because they're collecting money from you every single month after month. In addition to negotiating with my creditors, I did things like doubling and tripling the minimum payments that I had been making. In many cases, all the minimum payments are doing is covering the interest on the debt that you owe. So in my case, I started using windfalls to pay off the debt. Any kind of lump sum that I came into, I used that money to pay down the credit card debt. And I guarantee you, if you'll take some of those windfalls and use it to pay down debt, you'll certainly more quickly knock out your credit card bills. But I tell people to really look at a budget like a spending plan of action. So it's a very empowering tool. It's a way that you decide where your money should go. And I only have 2 rules when it comes to budgeting. I tell people, first and foremost, you can't spend more than you earn. The second rule of thumb for my idea of having a proper budget is that you have to include in your budget something that you want to spend money on. The reason this part of the budgeting strategy is critical is that it's going to help you to not feel deprived while you're living on the budget. But having a little something that you could spend on every single month actually helps you to stick to the budget.